Horror! Hello and welcome to the weekly update, and it's, you know what, we've been doing this for 39 weeks.
Don't I know it? No, it's gone pretty quick. I can't believe we're almost about to hit the big 40.
I know, yeah, so yeah, well, maybe we'll have to do something special for that. Maybe. Anyway, on with the news. What we got this week?
Okay, well, you're sick of hearing about it, but here we go again with EA and Star Wars Battlefront 2. So they did release an update, and it has made the game better. So they've increased the amount of credits you earn. They've increased the cap on the arcade mode, so you can now earn more daily doing that. And they've made things slightly easier to achieve.
See, I'm not after easier to achieve.
You're after fair and proper.
Like reward players for skill, like you used to in the old days.
Yeah,
you know, like skill-based progression. That's what people want. They don't want this kind of timed, well, you can only earn that amount of XP and you can only do this and you can only do that. It's like, no, that's punishing the player.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
If someone wants to play the game for longer than the 1500 credit cap on arcade, let them do that.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you imagine if when Final Fantasy VII came out, like you could only level up
four times per day.
4 times per day. What?
Yeah.
You know, no, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. EA are literally part of a virus that is spreading through the game industry that's just ruining everything.
Yes. However, they have also announced now that microtransactions may not be coming back to the game. Okay. Now, I don't know whether that was EA or Disney behind that decision.
It's probably Disney.
It's probably Disney. So, yeah, microtransactions might be gone completely.
Now, does that mean microtransactions, or does that mean loot boxes, or does that mean both?
I think the loot boxes will still be in there because you can still earn them with in-game credits.
Right.
And for finishing, like, matches and stuff.
Yep.
Just the ability to buy gems to buy more is going to be gone. That's what they're turning off, the microtransaction side of it.
Well, that's a start.
Yeah, so all progression will have to be done by playing the game, not by opening your wallet, basically.
Right. Well, there we go. That's a win right there. But I'd still say that EA and their loot boxes and Star Wars Battlefront 2, although it's probably the most popular franchise out of the lot at the moment that's been hit the hardest. This is why this has all come to the surface. But let's not forget their other games are doing the same shady tactics, and their future plans going forward even shadier. So I don't have high hopes for EA's future if they continue on this path. No. And also, it leads me into a horrible story, or a harrowing story, from a chap in America who spent $13,000 on microtransactions over a 2-year period.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's nuts, right? I mean, and he wasn't, he never claimed to be like a gambler or an addict or anything like that. He was 13 years old when he started, okay? 13 years old, and he was playing some online games that had some, they were like these army games, you know, where you build up a civilization and you can pay to progress a bit faster and stuff like that. So he started off on that, buying, like, you know, bits and pieces here and there, and then it got to the point where dropping $100 on a resource pack wasn't a big deal to him. Whew. Yeah, I know, right? He now gets a gut punch every time he thinks about that. But yeah, it escalated to that point. It started becoming this is a normal thing to do, and he was running out of money and he had to get a second job, and he literally got more work. He dropped out of school and everything, and he got more work and stuff just to fuel his habit. Like,
wow, it's like a drug then, like a proper addiction. Well,
that's what gambling is.
Yeah, okay.
Gambling is exactly that. I mean, okay, not everything that he did revolved around gambling. For example, buying resource packs, that's not a loot box where you're gambling on something. That's buying that's a microtransaction. But it's still, he even said the fact that he played a lot of Counter-Strike and stuff like that, and even though the loot boxes were purely cosmetic, he still felt the urge. If he saw a friend wearing a costume that he didn't have, he would instantly go and spend money and just throw money down on loot boxes until he got what he wanted. And that's dangerous. And to have that mindset from such a young age playing video games, that is the problem. That is the problem. You're getting kids hooked on this kind of thinking right from a very early start.
And then where does it spiral into? It spirals into proper gambling, let's call it.
I mean, not everyone out there falls for loot boxes. Not everyone out there thinks, you know, everyone like, we're like, microtransactions? No, I pay for the game, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't pay for anything else after that. That's no. If it's not in the game, then it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
So, but there are other people who are out there that just get pulled into the hype and will just throw money at stuff, and it's and that's the danger, because you need to. That's why these age ratings are on games, to stop, you know, people like that. I mean, any gambling games and stuff like that, they're all reserved for over 21s.
Yeah, which is why all this came to light about they wanted to class it as gambling, so then they could increase the age that the games had to, you know, you had to be older to buy the game, so you wouldn't fall for that trap. But at the moment, all they do is just on the inside just print a little grey thing that says gambling or something to that effect, and it doesn't affect the age rating.
No. Well, if it was legitimate gambling, it would.
It would, yeah.
But yeah, at the moment, if it's just got themes of gambling that's not actually gambling, then yeah,
it can slip through.
But yeah, so the point is, microtransactions, even like cosmetic loot boxes, are still dangerous to some people.
Yeah.
Especially if you're given the option to pay to have more loot boxes. That's yeah, it's still a problem. So even they're not innocent. So yeah, it's a slippery slope, and I hope that this big guffaw has kicked up enough dust to make a change.
Yeah.
I really do.
And with EA announcing that they might not return, maybe other companies will follow suit, and that will just be the end of all that. End of that saga.
Hopefully, we can close the book on that one.
Yeah.
But,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
But what will be next? That's what's worrying. But moving on from woe, I think the rest of the news this week might actually be good news.
Good news?
Yeah, some interesting
good news on the weekly update.
I know, right?
What?
It's been a while. So we all know Bridge Constructor, right?
Yep.
That game where you got to get from one side to the other and build all sorts of bridges and get through puzzles. Well, they've teamed up with Valve to make a Portal version, which looks pretty cool. Obviously, it's not the Portal game we all want, but it's the one we're going to get.
It's got portals in it.
It has.
And it's got puzzles.
And GLaDOS that laughs at you when you do something wrong, and it's got the talking turrets. So it's a Portal game, but it does look really interesting. It's out the 20th of this month on PC, iOS, and Android. And then next year, it's out PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch.
Whee! The Switch is getting in on the action too. So that's awesome.
So that'd be a good one for the Switch, I think.
Nice.
A puzzle game like that. Continuing the good news, PlayStation announced today that they've sold over 70 million consoles worldwide. And
right on the back of that, Nintendo have firmly secured their place on the rung of hardware, the hardware ladder.
Yeah.
And data analysts are actually looking into this, and they think that the Switch is going to hit lifetime sales that are equivalent to the Wii.
Yeah, well,
that's awesome.
It already surpassed the Wii U.
Yeah, well,
in 6 months. I know, right? Yeah. So yeah, the Switch is doing phenomenally well, and it's good to see Nintendo kind of back in the race. And it also kicked up some kind of rumours, because Sony are apparently looking into why the Nintendo Switch was so successful, and you know, and all this kind of stuff, and it kind of led people to think like, oh, are they thinking about rivaling it somehow? But I don't think we'll see a handheld from Sony for a long while. Well, they had the PS Vita, and that sort of flopped. Okay, it flopped over here. It's still really big in Japan. Yeah, but it never really saw any. You know, there was no games were released for it over here. Not Japan have got hundreds of games for it. We just get the odd hand me down. Yeah. So that's why that slips through the cracks. Well. But yeah, Japan is very much a handheld place. They like the handheld consoles, don't they? Yeah. So PS4 hit 70 million. PSVR units is 2 million sold. That surprises me. That's really and they show no signs of slowing, as they've announced that there's 130 games in the works at the moment for PlayStation. What, exclusive? It doesn't say exclusive. Right, okay. But they just said that there are currently 130 games in development for PlayStation. That's still really good, and that's still more than we've heard from anything to do with Microsoft. Yeah. I just really want them to make games. Can you start making games? Yeah, stop buying Stop releasing new consoles. Release some games of the frigging things. I know, that would be nice. Just get some games out there. Get some games. Yeah, and going back onto Nintendo, have you heard that they are releasing their games on a non-Nintendo console for the first time in a while? The Nvidia Shield. It is, yeah. Yes, yeah. A couple of games are coming to the Nvidia Shield. Yeah, some of the Wii games. And Zelda Twilight Princess is coming. I'm like, what? I was reading this, I was like, hell, what? Yeah. I've got an Nvidia Shield.
That might be pretty good.
Yeah, play Zelda on the shield. Play Zelda on something that's not Nintendo.
Yeah, wow.
That would be weird. What's happening?
That is strange. I'm not sure I like it.
No, it's going weird.
They should bring... Well, does that mean that Twilight Princess might get a Switch release?
Well, it's been released on the GameCube, the Wii, the Wii U. Why not the Switch too?
Well, I mean, I only say that because Nvidia made all the chips for the Switch.
Right.
Which is kind of why they've got this nice relationship going on where they're passing each other games and stuff like that.
So that, linked with the GameCube add-on, are we going to see a GameCube Virtual Console on the Switch?
Oh, yeah. We will.
Come on.
We will. I think that's practically been confirmed. Practically.
Yeah.
Not quite, but it's
everything
expected.
else around it's been confirmed, just not that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we could be seeing that.
It's going to happen.
Yes. Square Enix officially announced today that they are working on a new Tomb Raider game, even though we knew that from last year with the leak that someone saw with the laptop open on the train.
Oh, yeah.
But what they have said is they're not going to announce it this weekend. They're going to announce it some point next year at a major event. So think E3.
Well, yeah, when you think major gaming event, that's one of the first ones that pops to mind.
Yeah.
So.
They've also said that it could be out as soon as the fall. So we might be seeing it announced at E3 in June,
and then playing it.
It could
right
be out
after.
in September or November.
Wow.
So it's pretty good. So I'm looking forward to a new Tomb Raider game.
I still haven't finished the first one.
The first one's great. They're great games. Great games.
I'll get on that.
Yeah, you got a lot of games to play. I know, right?
Yep.
So which links me on to the last piece is PlayStation Experience is this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So there's going to be lots of stuff announced there. Hopefully they finally going to announce Resident Evil 2.
Fingers crossed.
And a lot more news on The Last of Us. Maybe finally a release date for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, they released a new trailer recently, haven't they?
Yeah, they released a new trailer, but there's still no release date. It's probably still a long way off, but I want to know. But what we want you guys to do is leave us a comment, so watch it over the weekend and comment with what you guys thought.
Yeah, because we'll be talking about all your comments on Thursday in the following show. So it'd be interesting to hear what you guys took away from all the announcements that are going to go on this weekend. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that and leave us a comment below.
Yes.
Is that it for the news?
That's it for the news.
Excellent.
It's not all doom and gloom.
No, it's actually quite a happy one today. But now we've reached the part of the show where we read out your comments from last week's show and have a discussion.
Yes.
So Jay, who's our first commenter?
Well, Defect got in there straight away with just the word yay. So
yay!
I'm not sure what you're quite excited about. Leave us a comment next time and tell us what you was excited about.
Yay! Yay!
Yay! Andy M next. Hi, my crew.
How's it going?
Finally got SNES Classic and played a few games with my friends and laughed at the size of the controller. Yeah, it's old. It's old. It's old. He says, "What's your most hated controller?"
Most hated controller? I don't really know. I don't really have a hated controller. I have controllers that I dislike, but most hated?
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
I've had a strange relationship with the original Xbox controller.
Oh, the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, I suppose they are quite large, aren't they?
But now it feels quite comfortable. I suppose if I had to pick one that I really hated or thought was pointless, maybe the Nintendo Wii or the Wii U. It just seems too much hard work.
Yeah, it was a lot of faff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm going to go retro a bit further back, and I'm going to say that I really didn't ever get on with the Sega Saturn controller.
The Sega Saturn controller?
It was like a Mega Drive controller, but the D-pad on it was just so... It was just so weak. It was so weak, you know, and it was one of those controllers where after about 3 months they'd get all creaky.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah. So I didn't like that one.
You don't have a good track record with controllers anyway, do you? How many triggers have you got through on the PS4?
4.
Man, well, there you go.
That's why I game with an Acon now.
So, yeah, he also says that Destiny 2 may have its faults, but not compared to EA. He would also love to see us play Donkey Kong Country 2-player on live stream.
Oh, Donkey Kong Country. What, the original.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Yeah. Oh, that actually might be quite fun.
Yeah.
We still need to finish Super Metroid first, though.
Yeah, we do.
So maybe after.
All these live streams we're promising, we'll get around to it. But thanks, Andy. Thanks for your comment.
Cheers.
Michael S. next.
Hey, Mike.
Speaking of Mario cereal, he had such a boner for the Star Wars C-3PO brand cereal in the 80s. It was sweet Cheerio style cereal with marshmallows.
Nice, like Lucky Charms, right?
Yeah. Did either of you have any fun branded cereal memories when you were growing up?
Not really. I mean, I think the most branded cereal I got was Wheatos. Do you remember that with the mad scientist?
Wheatos,
yeah. I used to like those, and obviously these typical Cocoa Pops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you remember they changed the name to Choco Krispies?
Choco Krispies?
Yeah.
No, did it?
They changed the jingle and everything.
Did they change the name, or was it a new style? It
No,
wasn't like the normal rice things.
No, they changed the name. They changed the name,
Wow.
and everyone lost their minds and asked them to change it back, so they did. But it was weird. For about 2 months in the UK, there was this, obviously, the Cocoa Pops jingle is, we'd rather have a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
We'd rather have a bowl of Choco Krispies. It's like, no, it didn't work.
No! I remember literally screaming at my TV going, that's not what it is!
You can't add a syllable to a jingle.
And apparently the whole UK stood up and just went, nope, change it back.
Tables were flipped.
Letters were wrote.
Yes.
And it changed back. But it was an interesting time in the UK for cereal.
Yeah. The things we rally about over here, I tell you.
The size of Cadbury's cream eggs and Choco Krispies.
Don't even get me started on Toblerone.
The gap gets wider every year.
I suppose the only branded cereal I used to have was Nesquik, and then they did what was that cookie one?
Cookie Crisp.
Was it Cookie Crisp?
Yeah,
which was
with the
effectively
wolf on it.
just tasted exactly like Nesquik.
Nesquik though, right? I might ruin a lot of breakfasts out there for people that do like the Nesquik cereal, but the Nesquik mascot's a rabbit, right?
Yeah.
The little chocolate balls.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
It looks like rabbit shit.
It does.
It literally. I don't know if they. Anyway, that's enough of cereal. But yeah, have a look. Nesquik rabbit. It just looks like a big bowl of rabbit shit.
We apologise if anyone out there is eating Nesquik at this time.
Yeah, sorry if you're watching this during breakfast time. Apologies.
Yes. He finishes the comment by saying, my wife and I plan on visiting your country in the next couple of years.
Ooh.
And we would like to know if Stonehenge is totally metal or overrated.
It used to be, but you can't really get near it anymore.
No, it's fenced off. You have to look at it from a distance.
Yeah, from a distance. Yeah, no longer can you put on a druid cloak and hang around on the rocks and smoke spliffs until the wee hours of the morning, beckoning in UFOs and ghostly apparitions of stuff you think you see. It's not like that anymore, man.
No, it's a fence with a pile of stones. So it's probably definitely worth seeing if you're over here anyway, but I wouldn't make the journey especially.
No. It's just a big circle of rocks.
There's better things to see in this country.
Absolutely.
Don't ask me what they are right now. I'll get back to you.
Blackpool pleasure. No.
Answers on a postcard. But yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks for your comment.
Thanks,
William C5233 next.
Sup, Will?
Can't wait for tomorrow. I am guessing you meant last Friday. Technically today. Well, this is getting confusing. Where are we? I would love to record my Soul Reaver 1 runs, but I can't right now because my computer is kind of dead and I don't have the money to replace the parts at the moment.
Gar. Well, when you do, if you do, then record it.
Yeah, we still want to see it.
We want to see it.
Yeah, pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
He also likes to draw when he gets pissed off with gaming, but he hasn't drawn anything for a while.
All right, well, get back on that horse, because drawing, it's like a muscle. You've got to train it every day and keep working out, draw something every day, and you'll be impressed at how fast your skills increase if you do that. I went through a period of literally drawing one thing like every single day over and over again because I was shit at drawing it, so I kept drawing it over and over and over, and I was like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at that now. Then on to the next thing that you think you're bad at. But yeah, it is quite therapeutic just getting all that out. It's not therapeutic, however, when you keep drawing stuff and everything you draw is crap.
Like me.
I hate that. No, I hate it, and you just can never get something right, and you're just like, no. Yeah, I do that a lot.
I can't draw. Save my life. But thanks, William. Thanks for your comment. Nate is in next.
Nate.
He asked, am I CGI'd into this video?
I think what he's referring to is the light. We've got a light lighting the scene, but I think I twisted it a little bit too far, so it was lighting up Jay like brightly lit, and I was kind of in shadow, so it kind of looked like you were put in post.
Yeah. The illusion has been ruined.
Yeah, so if you want to check out that effect, check out last week's show.
Yeah, I'm not really here, by the way. I filmed my bit yesterday. Bren's just talking to himself right now. But thanks for your comment.
Yep.
Dave Miles is in next. He asks, what are our PSN or gamer tags?
What are they?
Yeah.
I don't think even I know that. Off the top of my head.
No,
I know mine. Mine is Shepherd 606. Yeah, it's 606. I think 606. What's yours?
Jaywey 340.
Oh, we're so creative with all these numbers after our names. Yeah, so we'll put them on the screen or in the description if you want.
Yeah. If you want to add us, we don't really play much other than the old classics, but
yeah.
You can add us up if you like.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Dave. Daniel Macery or Daniel McCree, you are keeping us guessing with your name.
McCree, Macery, McCry.
Are you going to let us know one week? We ask every week, and he kind of avoids the question.
He is avoiding the question.
Know,
It's
right?
very elusive. Daniel
is.
McCree, McCree.
Macery.
Macery.
But anyway, times like these makes me wish it was the 90s again. Speaking of which, do you guys think games made today will be even worth a penny in the future? Me and some friends had a night together playing some PS1 and realised that the collection we had amassed is now worth a small fortune.
Yeah, I mean, like, that cabinet over there is filled with PlayStation 1 games, and yeah, a lot of them are actually quite expensive now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got a copy of Bishy Bashy Special over there that goes for about 30 quid still.
I know, yeah. I picked that up for like a steal way back when.
Yeah. And I bought Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the collector's edition, for 25 quid when it came to the shop that I worked at back in the day. It's now worth over £250.
Yeah. It's like Final Fantasy Origins and Final Fantasy Anthology that I've got. They're mint condition. Yeah. And, you know, I got them for like a tenner each or something stupid. And now they go for upwards of £100, £120, some of them. So, yeah, you know, it is crazy. But I don't think games released now will have that sort of value. It's
especially digital-only games.
Yeah, okay, they've got no value whatsoever anyway. But look at games like the first Destiny, for example. Already that game's worth 50p because everyone's moved to the second one. They're not supporting that anymore. No. So all these games which are online only or require something to be done online,
they die.
Yeah.
They literally die. I mean, if you like Titanfall 1, for example.
Oh god, you can get that game for like $1.99 now.
Good luck getting a game though.
Yeah,
like, literally you can put it in, but unless you know a group of friends and you all arrange to meet up online, you ain't gonna get a game on that. And
no.
It's a shame. It really is a shame. I didn't think I'd see a time where games literally would die. And that's quite sad, because you think like, oh, if you ever wanted to go back and play the original Destiny, it's like, yeah, you could probably fire it up, but I don't know, could you? What if in 10 years they decide to turn off the servers for Destiny 1?
Well, they probably would do. If they're going to continue rolling with the second one, why would they waste resources on the first?
That's in the past now. It's like, man, you're never going to get classics at all.
No.
And yeah, the fact, if it's digital only, actually, tell a lie, there is a couple of digital only games that are valuable. One of them's PT.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
The only reason why it is valuable is because you can't get it anymore.
No, they completely pulled it, but if you were looking up to download it,
has a value. Yeah, it has a value now.
Yeah.
Because, like, at the end of the day, when they print games on discs, or when they used to print games on disc, like, all the time, and that was the only way you could get them, then there's a finite amount.
Yeah.
You know? Basically, the factory makes so many, and then they stop making them.
Yeah.
But with digital, they can stay online forever, or they can just turn them off whenever the frickin' damn well please.
Yeah. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game is one fairly recently which disappeared because they just pulled all digital copies, so you can't get it anymore.
I've got it on disc.
Yeah, so
it's an awful game.
Which is why it was pulled.
Yeah, it's so terrible. I've literally, I can't remember the last time I played a worse game. It was just so bad. Really bad.
Wow, okay.
Really bad.
Yeah, which is why it was pulled. So yeah, there are the odd game like that which could still happen, but
might be worth a bit of money now, eh?
Maybe. Don't get your hopes up.
No.
But yeah, no, I can't. Gaming now is not going to be anything like it was, unless you're super lucky to get some of these super limited collector's editions. But in order to do that,
what, like this one? Where's it got? Oh, I haven't got it here. Lawbreakers. I put it in the other room.
Yeah.
Like Lawbreakers.
Yeah. You never know. It might be worth something now. But you know, we got the Nightmare editions of Bloodborne.
Yes, we did.
Okay, that's an amazing game anyway, so that game's always going to hold a value. But the collector's editions that we got have like doubled in value since we bought them. So you know,
never going to sell it. But...
No, never. Obviously, never going to sell it. But so yeah, there are the odd exceptions, but no, gaming is nowhere. It's not going to be anywhere near like it was.
No. Unless they start. I mean, Limited Run have got a good thing going.
They have.
Because they print a finite amount of discs.
Yeah, a limited run, yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. I like that. I've bought quite a few of. I bought the Skullgirls release like recently because it finally got released. Finally, I like paid for it like 2 years ago. I swear to God. But anyway, I finally got one. But yeah, so limited run are doing a good thing, and there's other game things that I've bought off like that do bespoke collector's editions. I got one for Strafe on the PC, and it came with a cassette tape that had the soundtrack on. Those are worth money. Those are valuable, at least to me anyway. I like them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, with modern gaming, I don't think so. No. It's not worth that much.
No. So it's sad, but I think that's how it's going to be.
That's how it is.
Yeah. But thanks, Daniel. Thanks for your question. And lastly, David Reynolds. He snuck right in there at the end again, as always.
Swooping in.
Hey guys, hope you're doing good.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm alright. So I was wondering, what do you think of the new rumours surrounding the release of the PlayStation 5 next year? I personally don't believe them, as it's still too soon for a new console release. Maybe an announcement of it being produced, but definitely not releasing for another 2 years, in his opinion.
Well, I think we can safely say that, yes, there will be a PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
but
the PS4 released 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've heard the rumours, but I don't think they do that because, well, the only reason why I think they might is to rival the Xbox One X. But as far as I'm aware, they don't really need to do that because the PlayStation 4 Pro it's not as powerful, but it's still providing a very similar, if you want a bit more extra stuff on your games.
Yeah.
Especially since there's not that many 4K games available. You know, PlayStation 4 Pro's kind of got that covered, and it's cheaper too. So
yeah, it's £100 cheaper than the Xbox One X.
Exactly, and I've seen comparisons, and like I can't see much difference between the two, if I'm honest, for games that have had the patch.
Yeah.
And for a while, Titanfall 2 actually worked better on the PlayStation 4 before they kind of fixed that boob.
Yeah.
Ooh, that must have been a bit like, oh, you launched this on the brand new console, and it's not looking as good as the PlayStation 4 version.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all fixed now. But,
yeah.
Yeah, bit of an awkward moment there. But yeah, I don't think there will be.
No.
But yeah, might be announced.
They might say they're looking into it, or there might be another a re-release of that PlayStation. So PS4, you know, they did the PS4 Slim, they might do a Super Slim like they did with the PS3.
What you mean? They like do.
Yeah.
Maybe they do a PlayStation 4 Pro Slim version.
Yeah, maybe something like that. I think something like that might be coming out, but I can't see a brand new numbered console for another 4 or 5 years at least.
I don't see the point. I mean, I think PlayStation have got the right idea. They're focusing on games. That's all they really need at the moment. Give people good games and people will come. Well, Nintendo's a testament to that.
Yeah.
Give people Mario and Zelda and they will flock to it and make it Game of the Year.
For some reason.
I really didn't like Breath of the Wild, but...
No, me neither.
Mario Odyssey's good, though.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Each their own. But he finishes his comment as well by saying that he has noticed a massive influx of all these cheap knockoff retro game PSP-type handhelds being sold. Yeah. He knows they'd probably break after 2 months, but he's wondering which one is proper and best that we would buy.
You know what? It's funny you should mention that, actually, because I was in a petrol station the other day, filling up my car, and I got into the shop, and on the shelf was this thing. I can't remember what it was called for the life of me, but it was literally a handheld gaming console for 20 quid. I was looking at this, I picked the box up, I looked on the back, I was like, okay, well, this looks interesting. But then I just had a moment of a reality slap in the face of like, Brendan, you're in a gas station holding a £20 handheld console. Put it back on the shelf, paid for my fuel and left.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, I wouldn't even bother. Just don't bother. The only thing that's going to be in that box is disappointment. That's it. Disappointment. But for science, if I see it again, I'll buy it and I'll do a video on it. How's about that? Only if I see it again. I haven't seen it yet. But if I do, I'll get one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. You kind of, it's one of them, it's a risk, really.
Yeah.
Anything which is like third party or cheap knockoff or something.
It's probably too good to be true.
Yeah, it usually is. So don't know what to suggest there, if I'm honest.
Just don't spend any less than £100, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Or unless you're buying a classic like a Game Boy Advance or a, you know, something like that. But
yeah,
don't fall prey to a cheap knockoff.
No.
It's just you're just throwing your money away because it will go on a shelf and you'll never use it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Buy a Switch. It's great.
Yeah, or buy a Switch. So he finishes by just saying that he loves the style and look of the new game and he can't wait for more info on it.
Oh yes, for those of you that don't know, we are developing a game and we released the first monthly update video the other day. Well, the first of this month. And there'll be a video every month going forward. So look forward to that. And if you want to watch it now, go and watch it now. Because this is the end of the show, isn't it?
It is!
Yes, we got to the end of all the comments, and thank you so much. Again, just a little reminder to leave your comments about PlayStation Access...
PlayStation Experience.
Experience, sorry. This weekend, if you watch any of it. Let us know what you think, and we'll answer your comments in next week's show. But yes, I guess that's all the time we've got for this week, isn't it? Yes. Okay, awesome. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the old like button if you did like it, and also subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I've been Bren.
I've been Jay.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.